Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Naja, please post your event on this site, please. Thank you. Post it up. Post your flyer so I can talk about it. Hey, Jackie Gills Webb, how you doing? Alfonso Jones, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Tony Walker, how you doing? Y'all, please share this with people so that people in our city can know what's going on. People in Baltimore can know what's going on. We want everybody to know about the GMWA and the plethora of events that are going on. So please share. Even if you can't stay on this broadcast, share it because they'll be able to watch it. I don't want people to miss out on something that will not be in our city probably for another 20 years. So we need to make sure that people know. Hello to everybody. Good morning, Miss Alice Hester. Good morning, Arnetta DeWitt. How you doing? Please share, like, tag. If you don't do it now, do it later. Let people know that the GMWA is now in session starting tomorrow. You do not want to miss it. This is not something that's coming back next year, not unless something miraculous happens. This is the Gospel Music Workshop of America. We are still the largest gospel music conference in America. Okay, so if you are a gospel singer, a church singer, a songwriter, minister of music, musician, if you're anywhere close to this area, you need to make your way to the GMWA. Carlton Brown, how you doing? Gil Jackson, how you doing? God bless all of you. How you doing, David North, my friend? Listen, you all, the GMWA is getting ready to be in session starting tomorrow all the way to August the 3rd. There are a plethora of events going on. Some of them are GMWA sponsored. Some of them are not GMWA sponsored. But regardless, all of them are happening primarily because of the big event of the Gospel Music Workshop of America. So people have events around it because people are coming into town, and some people like to capitalize off of the excitement of the GMWA. I'm one of them. Many of us do this in whatever city that we're in, but we want you all. There is something for everybody at the GMWA. There are classes. A lot of people don't know. A lot of performers, people that come to perform and to just sing at an event, have no idea that there are classes that go on during the week, that you can get certificates. If you're a teacher, you probably can get a certificate points towards recertification. There are classes ranging from health all the way to the gospel music industry. There are classes in every phase of church music ministry and a lot of phases of just church ministry. There's even a class for pastors. There are classes. The GMWA has the largest, and to my knowledge, the largest listing of classes of any Christian conference I've ever heard of. There are probably over 60 classes at the GMWA that happen between Monday and Thursday. So you don't want to miss it. Naja, if you're on this thing, please post your flyer. They have classes. There are several divisions of the GMWA. I don't know if I can even name them all. There's the evangelistic division. There's the quartet division. There is the debutantes. There is scholarship. There is, if you can help me name a division, go ahead and post it. If you are a GMWA person, you know this. Good morning, James West. Good morning, Pastor Wayne Wyatt. There are several divisions. There are several choirs. There's the mass choir. There's the men's chorus. There is the women's choir. There is the youth. There is the contemporary young adult division. There is the children's division. There is a division for everything. Now, what happens in these divisions? In these divisions, songs are taught, songs are learned, concerts are presented during the week. Some do more. Some have luncheons. There's even a women's tea that's going on this week. The GMWA is the greatest gospel convention, the greatest gathering of gospel singers, songwriters, musicians, choir directors, and pastors I've ever seen. It still is to this day, even though it's not as big as it once was. So you need to take some time, spend a day or two, go down. There's to the GMWA. It's going to take place at the Washington Hilton. In Washington, D.C., you can go to www.gmwanational.com .net to register for the GMWA. They have, I believe they have 1-day passes. They have, you can register on site. They have they have a huge exhibit hall. There is even new artist showcases. There is the Alliance, the Alliance of Gospel Music Professionals, formerly known as the Gospel Announcers Guild. That's going on. So the GMWA has so many different arms. The Gospel Announcers Guild is the industry arm of which I am a member of. I'm also the president of the DC Alliance of Gospel Music Professionals. We are the industry arm. We try to educate in some small way, and artists and distributors, and we have forums and classes throughout the week. It's a small microcosm of what we do at the IGAA, which is a much broader, a much more in-depth situation. But the Alliance of Gospel Music Professionals does serve a purpose in terms of networking. They also have showcases. They have all things that's going on. A lot of things that happen at the Alliance you will not see on the other side with the choirs. Listen, there are nightly services that take place from 7 p.m. or sometimes all the way up to 1 a.m. in the morning, where various chapters, there's a chapter in every state, and all chapters all over the world from here to Japan, where they perform every night, starting Sunday night all the way to Friday night. There are chapters that perform, and let me tell you, it is some of the most awesome singing that you've ever heard from choirs from all across the world. Every year, the choir from Japan comes here. They always rock it out. The people come from Europe. They come from all over. It's the GMWA. There is nothing still today, nothing like it. And so you need to make your way down to the GMWA. It's so much going on that you need to take some time off if you haven't already and just come down here. Listen, this is not going to be something that's not going to happen next year. You can say it's going to happen next year, but it's going to happen in another city. If you live in the DMV and you've never been, this is your time to go. Richmond, Baltimore, all the surrounding areas, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. If you've never been, or if you haven't been in a long time, this is the time to go. It's not time to sit down at home and wish I could go or wish I could take the time off to go. Make it your business to go. Let me tell you something. Growth, opportunity, and learning are everywhere. But there are certain circumstances where it's right in your face and you just can't turn your back and say, oh, well, I guess I'll catch it next year. It's going to be in the DMV area. You need to make your way. The workshop starts Monday. The classes, there are several classes. You should be able to go on the website and look at the classes, the different divisions. There's even the Thurston Fraser Chorale. Hey, Marsha Williams. Hey, Selenia, how you doing? Jeffrey, how you doing? Laverne, how you doing? There's a Thurston Fraser Chorale, which is the choral arm. There are two choral arms, Thurston Fraser Chorale, Robert Fryson Memorial Chorus. If you desire to sing choral music or you are a choral person, they even have their own setup, their own workshop during the GMWA. In fact, they're doing a concert this Sunday at the Shallow Baptist Church. This Sunday, the Thurston Fraser Chorale is doing a concert at the Shallow Baptist Church. I believe the time of that is 4 p.m. Shallow Baptist Church, 9th and P Streets, downtown, 4 p.m. It's also featuring the Asbury United Methodist Church. Listen, when this broadcast is over, you can tag, if you know of other events that are going on that are part of the divisions of the GMWA or around the GMWA, please post it. I know Sister Naja Scott is having an event tomorrow with a lot of young choirs. It's going to be awesome. I wish she would post her photo of her event. I'm going to try to find it, but I wish she'd post her photo of her event if she hasn't already. It's going to be called Choirs, all of it. Naja Scott and the Elite Complex present Choirs. It's going to be at the Mount Calvary Baptist Church in Atlanta, Maryland, 5120 Whitfield Chapel Road in Atlanta, Maryland. It's going to feature Chester Burke, Anthony McGee, Christopher Irvin, Jerry Sadler, Naja Scott and Company, James Scott, all choirs. It's going to be 4 p.m. tomorrow at the Mount Calvary Baptist Church. They're also doing a presentation to Myrna Summers. It's going to be at 5 p.m. So that's starting tomorrow. There's so many other events. Let me tell you what I'm going to be getting into during the workshop. For many years now, I've been presenting music to the mass choir and other choirs too as well for their annual presentation. Sometimes it's a recording, sometimes it's not. Oh, it's at Asbury United Methodist Church. It's not at Shiloh. Okay, that concert on Sunday is now at Asbury United Methodist Church. Thank you for that correction, Jeffrey Corey. The Thurston Frazier Memorial Chorale concert is now at Asbury United Methodist Church. But for years, I've been presenting songs to the GMWA. It's been a wonderful tool for my music ministry, a wonderful tool for my career. The mass choir is a choir composed of about 300 to 500 people. And it's been a wonderful tool for me to get my music heard, you know, when I didn't put it on the radio, or other songs I never released or never pushed as singles across the way. And so this year I'll be doing the same thing. I'm so happy and proud that my father will be presenting. My father's 81 years old. He'll be presenting his song to the children's division this year. And he's been doing this for many years, but he's been out of pocket because he and I have been taking care of my mother. And so he'll be presenting a song to the children's division this year. So it's a lot going on. I will also be heading up the Kenny Taylor Showcase on Tuesday evening, late night showcase. Good morning, Tangela Willis. The late night showcase at the Washington Hilton, the Kenny Taylor Memorial Showcase, where go-go meets gospel. You don't want to miss that. It is free for GMWA convention delegates. I believe it's free to the public too. It's going to happen at the Washington Hilton in the Lincoln Room. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be Tuesday night at the Washington Hilton in the Lincoln Room. For those of you all who knew Kenny Taylor, he was one of the greatest assets we've ever had in gospel. But but you can times that by 2 when it comes to his impact in the DMV area. So if you don't miss that, it's going to feature the Community of Hope praise band, which is also a go-go band. Philip Carter, my group at SOV, will be there. David Wright and the New York Fellowship Chorale will be there. Chester Burke and Company will be there, and some other groups that will be there. It's going to be bananas that night. People coming from all over the country. The gospel industry will be there. It's going to be phenomenal. Hosted by Jackie Gales Webb and Jerome Bell. And even Jerome is going to debut his new single, Jerome Bell Sings. He has a single coming out. He's going to be debuting that night as well. I understand he's bringing the whole kit and caboodle. Mo Horns are going to be joining him on that night. It's going to be phenomenal. If you haven't seen the flyer I've been posting up every day, you need to see it. Listen, for those of y'all who just joining, good morning. I'm trying to get y'all up for the Gospel Music Workshop of America, which is getting ready to kick off tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. You want to be in the rooms where everything is going on. It's a nonstop 24-hour process from tomorrow all the way to next Friday night. Jeffrey, you asked, are the choirs recording this year? I don't think that the choirs are recording this year. But I believe that there is a live word broadcast that will take place on Friday night. Listen, we also have daily bread services. For those of y'all who like good preaching, the GMWA does not leave out good preaching. Years ago, when Bishop Albert Jameson took over, the one thing he instituted was the daily bread services. This year would be no different. They start at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I believe. And I think the preachers they have a lecture and a preacher. I believe the preachers are Karen Clark Sheard is doing a night. I believe that what's the young girl? You're Bigger. What's her name? She sings the song "You're Bigger." She's doing she's preaching one tonight. Paul Morton is preaching, I believe, and they are lecturers as well. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be awesome. Jamal Brown will be there. It's going to be an awesome 3 days of preaching. And see, stuff doesn't go on like, hey, we're going to have this at 10. This is going to be at 11. This is going to be at 12. No, it's going to be like 5 things going on at 10. 5 things going, 100 things going on 11. So you have to choose what you want to do. So you just don't want to miss it. Share this with somebody. Let somebody know. Don't leave them in the dark. I mean, all the way from where I live at to Charles County, all the way out to Richmond. let people know. Baltimore, let them know that the GMWA is here. They can skip over it if they want, but they're missing a wonderful opportunity to learn, grow, and network with people that you've never seen in your life. There are classes for pastors, classes, over 60-some classes. They have a division. I mean, you can get certified. I mean, you can get college credit for attending the GMWA and taking classes. They even have a baccalaureate service, convocation that happens on Friday or the last day of the GMWA, so that you can make sure that you get your credentials when you leave. There is a whole division of academia. You don't want to miss it. So good morning, Ms. Cogman. So also, the Kenny Taylor Showcase on Tuesday night, 10 p.m. On Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. This is a ticketed event taking place at the Vermont Avenue Baptist Church. There will be a special tribute to Craig Hayes, Professor Craig Hayes. All of us who know Craig Hayes and who know about great youth choir music back in the 80s and 90s, Craig Hayes was a part of our life. There'll be a special GMWA tribute to Craig Hayes, Richard Smallwood, and I can't think of the last guy's name who is on the flyer. So you do not want to miss that. That's going to be at Vermont Avenue at 11:30 a.m. on Wednesday, July the 31st. So let me tell you what's going to happen. There'll be special tributes done to each one of them. But I've been tasked with doing the tribute to Richard Smallwood. So I called my friend Stephen Key. He agreed to help me. Hey, Angel, still praying for you. God bless you. I called my friend Stephen Key. He agreed to help me. We've called together some of the greatest aggregation of singers in the DMV to do this tribute to Richard Smallwood at 11:30 at Vermont Avenue. Tickets are $15 and $50. That means if you want a VIP ticket, it's $50, but the regular ticket price is $15. If you want to be in the room for that, it's going to be amazing. Hosts will be Anthony Brown and Marette Brown Clark. That's going to be on July the 31st, Wednesday at the Vermont Avenue Baptist Church at 11:30 a.m. On Thursday night, for all of my quartet lovers, Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. will be the greatest quartet showcase this area has ever seen. Every year the GMWA does it big. It will be held at the Mount Sinai Baptist Church, 1615 3rd Street, Northwest Washington. Tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the door, and $30 VIP. It will take place at the Mount Sinai Baptist Church. There is shuttle parking at the Friendship Armstrong lot just a block away. It's an elementary school just a block away from the church. If you miss the church, you can just go just a block down the street. Jacqueline Carr, thank you. She'll be preaching at the Daily Bread services at the GMWA. But parking is just a block down the road, or I believe that's on the, I can't think of the street that's on, but it's right by Dunbar High School. You can park there. You can catch a shuttle over to Mount Sinai for the quartet showcase, or you can find street parking. There will be a lot of street parking. We will have security. It's going to be a monster event. Quartet. It's going to be from everywhere. Brooklyn All-Stars, Spencer Taylor and the Highway QCs, Philip Carter and the Harmoniers. I'm just playing. I don't have a quartet group. The Lumsey Sisters, the Sensational Nightingales. I'm trying to remember the people I saw on the flyer. Little Roy and Revelations. I love these names. Little Roy, Lil Roy, not little. It's Lil Roy, Lil, Lil Roy and Revelation. So it's going to be quartets coming from all over the place are going to happen. This is going to happen Thursday, August the 1st at Mount Sinai Baptist Church. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Concert starts at 6:30 p.m. It's going to be packed. Get there early. Quartets have their own crowd. They do their thing. But if you love the music, I'm telling you, you do not want to miss this. Anthony Slade, any other showcases available? Yes, I would probably say the new artist showcase that happens every day during the day from 10 a.m. or from 12 to 2 or something like that is available. There is a fee. Go to gmwanational.net. So there are several artist showcases. I think the ones that are booked are the Alliance of Gospel Music Professionals artist showcases, where you get to perform in front of industry professionals, people who got labels, all different kinds. I believe those are booked. But the ones that happen for the general public every day, I believe there's still room for that. You need to take care of that immediately this morning. Stop what you're doing if you're going to try to participate. There's a DMV hour every night for the nightly services at the GMWA, where DMV choirs and guests will be performing. So, if there may be still an opportunity for you to perform for that, although I don't think it is. but you can go to gmwanational.net and put your information up and see what they have left. The host hotel is the Washington Hilton, Connecticut Avenue, but they're going to be events happening all over the place. I believe that the academic division's annual luncheon will be taking place at Reed Temple AME. Reed Temple AME in Glendale, Maryland. There's all kinds of stuff going on. I'm personally hosting 2 of those events, and so you definitely want to come to the GMWA. It is like a carnival for gospel music. There is something going on all the time, here, there, and everywhere. It will lift your spirit. You will see all of the good of gospel. You will all see all of the challenging things that we have to deal with gospel as well. It is everything. The one thing I want to tell you all, whether you're going as a fan, going to perform, going to see what's going on, is go with a purpose. Don't just sit in the hallway, lounge around, and see people and think that that's the GMWA. You need to go with a purpose. You need to go to a class. You need to go to a rehearsal. You need to go to a service. You need to go to a workshop. You need to go with a purpose. Somebody needs to type that in. Go with a purpose. Because if you go with a purpose, your explanation of the GMWA will be much different than those who just go, sit around, do nothing, and talk about people. Okay? Go with a purpose. Because everybody who goes to the GMWA with a purpose comes out with something that they can now take with them and grow from and do something better with their lives. Those of us who have prospered from the GMWA, we didn't prosper by attending. We prosper by going with a purpose. We prosper by having an agenda. And when you have an agenda, whether that be to sing with your choir, whether that be to worship, to get closer to God, whether that means to meet new people, if you have an agenda, you will meet your agenda. If you don't have an agenda, you'll come back and you'll make all kinds of statements that you don't need to make because of ignorance. Okay? There's a lot of people who make a lot of ignorant statements about the GMWA. It's only because you really don't know really what's going on. I'll say it again, it represents all the good of gospel and all of the challenging aspects of what we have to deal with in gospel and as people. Okay? But it's still the greatest thing I've ever seen. I've been going since I was 16 years old. I'm now 44. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in gospel. I started when the GMWA was last here in 1990, and I never stopped since then. Go with a purpose, okay? There are many events. Have fun. Do your thing. Go get the cheapest parking you can get because this parking is expensive downtown. But by all means, please go with a purpose and share this with different people and let them know your church choirs. Tell them this Sunday, even though they will have Sunday communion service going at the GMWA. I'm hosting artists at the Mount Sinai. If anybody needs to come to church this Sunday, come to Mount Sinai. I'm hosting season 4 Sunday's best contestant. Mama Sue Roseberry is going to be with us at Mount Sinai at 10 a.m. She's also going to be at the Vermont Avenue Baptist Church 7:30 a.m. There are a lot of artists coming to town doing churches. But if you want to come visit us, come to Mount Sinai this Sunday. She's going to be ministering in song. But go with a purpose. The youth division is off the chain. There are so many more events that I could not name because I cannot remember what's going on. But the officials here, Craig Hayes, and so many others, when you see this broadcast, please post your events, okay? Please post your events so that people will know what's going on in the city on this week, okay? Let people know what's going on in the city. Hey, Angel, I've been in it since I was 7 and I'm 44, so I know you're speaking to you. Angel, you know it. I know you know it. I've been seeing you, God, Lord, since both of us were trying to learn how to put deodorant on our arms. So I definitely know. Laverne, purpose, so true. And that's right, go with the purpose. I'm auditioning for Philip Carter and the Harmonies. Come on, David. I'm going to start my own quartet. If Lil Roy and the if Lil Roy and Revelation can have a name, I'll be able to call myself Lil PC. Youth Department and CAD Division. That's right. CAD Division just got started about 4 or 5 years ago, the Contemporary Adult Division. It's a wonderful division. Some of the greatest young adults in the world are there. They're singing. They're doing their thing. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome, y'all. The GMWA is here. And look, if you miss it, you missed it. Things will go back to normal on after next Friday, next Saturday. And, but if you can, I want to encourage you to make your way. There is still nothing like it to this day. Nothing like the GMWA. That stands for Gospel Music Workshop of America. Doesn't stand for anything else but that. It's where everybody is somebody, okay? And I want you all to consider supporting it. Post your event. If you're a representative of the GMWA, please post your events because we want to know what's going on, and I want at least 2,000 or 3,000 people to see this before tomorrow, okay? I want 2,000 or 3,000 people to see this before tomorrow. So if you're part of the GMWA, if you're very familiar with what's going on, please post your events. I want 2,000 or 3,000 people to see this by tomorrow. We want people to come on down to GMWA, get registered. You can register on site. Go to all these events. Naja Scott's having an event. Oh my goodness, I forgot. The Tommies are coming to town. Bonita White, the Ministers of Music, Patrick Lundy and the Ministers of Music are hosting their annual Tapestry of Worship service on this Sunday at National Church of God. I believe that time is either 4 or 5 p.m. At the National Church of God. The Thompson Community Choir is their special guest. You do not want to miss it. I believe tickets are either $20 or $25. You can go to Eventbrite. Just type in Patrick Lundy and Ministers of Music. The Tommies. How many of y'all know about the Tommies? Post some of the Tommies music that you know. Post some of the music from Milton Bronson and the Thompson communities. They're bringing their full band. We talking about Percy Beatty. We talking about some of the greatest musicians and singers Kim McFarland. We talking about, it's going to be awesome. It's this Sunday at the National Church of God. Don't miss it. Post some of your favorite Thompson Communities choir songs because it's going to be awesome. Listen, they even have organ recitals at the GMWA. Organ recitals. Everybody comes. People who sing choral, classical music, all the way to hard gospel, all the way to quartet, children's music, contemporary, urban, gospel. There's a holy hip hop section. There is everything. Nothing like it. Jesus rose. That's right. Lord, I'm available to you. What's my song? It's Gonna Rain. I mean, it's for the good of them. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be singing all this on Sunday. It's gonna take place at the National Church of God in Fort Washington, Maryland. And I'm gonna pull up that time while I'm at it so I won't miss it. Let me see the time of that event. Y'all post y'all favorite Thompson Community Choir songs up here real quick. Post them. He will deliver over and over and over. Come on, Mark. Come on, you're a real fan. You got it all. You got it. That's going to take place this Sunday at what's the time? 6 p.m. 6 p.m. this Sunday. 6 p.m. this Sunday. Patrick Lundy, Tapestry of Worship, and they're going to be singing. And Tapestry of Worship, they're going to be doing a cadre of music. I mean, it's going to be amazing. Patrick Lundy and Ministers of Music, when they do concerts, they do choral, they do gospel, they do spirituals, they do it all. That is the Tapestry of Worship. And that now on top of that, they bring in one of the greatest choirs that has ever been assembled in America, which is the Tommies. Used to be called Milton Bronson and the Thompson Community Singers. Come on, y'all start naming some more. There's a 1,000 songs. How about Safe in His Arms? Oh my gosh, one of the greatest hits in America, Safe in His Arms. So you do not want to miss that event. Tickets are, I believe there's a VIP admission, $25, preferred seating, and general admission is $20. So you don't want to miss that event that's happening this Sunday. I tagged Bonita White. Please post that flyer, Bonita, on this broadcast. And if there's anything else, anybody else, I'm tagging my brother Walter Scrutchins, who is the head of the men's division of the GMWA. Or either Wendell Craig Woods, please post your event for the male, for what the men are doing during the GMWA. I don't know who hosts, I don't know who's head of the women, but please post your events. Let people know. I can speak for the Alliance of Gospel Music Professionals. We got a ton of things going on. There's also some kind of major banquet on Monday night hosted by Bishop Albert Jameson. But there is also other events that are taking place. There's the Merge Gospel Showcase. Let me see. Roderick Jemison, please post your GMWA event here. There's all kind of stuff going on during the week. It's going to be bananas. So many people are coming in. You do not want to miss it, okay? You do not want to miss it. Don't miss the GMWA. Share this with somebody. Let people know that the GMWA is still the place to be. Not because I said so, because it has proven itself for 52 years. Okay? It has proven that it is itself for 52 years. And there are people who have gone for the entire 52 years, like Shirley N.K. Berkeley. And there are people like me who have gone for at least 25. And so we go not because it is the epitome of holiness. We go because we want to grow, network, and learn how to do what we do better. We also want to come and worship with others. We are going with a purpose. I go with a purpose. If you go with a purpose, you will get out of it what you want to get out of it. And you will learn that everybody has a ministry. You will learn that you have a ministry, that everybody and how God uses all of us to accomplish his will. You will learn that at the GMWA. If you walk away with any other explanation than God can use anybody, then you don't know God that well yet. The GMWA will teach you that God uses all of us to do his will for his glory and to his honor. Amen. That's right. You said David North, rest for the weary. That's right. It's going to be a long, long week. Even during the GMWA, we're rehearsing for the Smallwood tribute that's going to happen on Wednesday. Quartet showcases, all kind of concerts happening. One of the best concerts is the youth concert that happens, I believe, Wednesday around 6:30 p.m. It's always awesome. I enjoy seeing the liturgical dance division. It's something for everybody. That's why the slogan is where everybody is somebody. So please share this. Let folks know. How many of you all had already planned to come? Type in and say, I had already planned to come to the GMWA. How many of y'all have said, I'm already, and how many of y'all are convinced that you at least need to go one night? You need to go one day and one night. All right. There's a huge booklet of events. There is this huge exhibition hall of Christian vendors in there where you can get a lot of stuff that you wouldn't see during the week. For those of y'all who are music lovers and you are looking for old projects, old albums, a lot of that stuff is in the exhibition hall. If you're a musician and you want to know what the latest technology is that people are using in churches, you can get that in the exhibition hall. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. It's too much stuff. It's designed to be too much, but that's what conventions are, okay? That's what they are. That's what conventions are. So, Barry Reed Jr., I hope to see you next week. So listen, if you want to catch me at the GMWA, I'll be there Monday morning at the Alliance of Gospel Music Professionals, which has its own agenda for the week, talking about what the DMV Alliance has done. Monday afternoon, I'll be teaching my song to the GMWA Mass Choir called Praise Ye the Lord. It's a little up-tempo churchy thing I used to do with my youth choir back in the day. And then I'm going to come on back home. Tuesday morning, I'll be with my dad who teaches his song to the children's division. And then Tuesday evening, I will be working behind the scenes to make sure that the Kenny Taylor Showcase jumps off correctly, hosted by Jackie Gills Webb and Jerome Bell. That's going to take place in the Lincoln Room at the Washington Hilton. Wednesday morning, I will be at the Vermont Avenue Baptist Church doing along with 21 other phenomenal DMV singers. We'll be doing a tribute to Richard Smallwood. I'm going to tell you, some of the singers we've come together, as Ronette has come together, Capria, McLaren, Tynette, Daniels, Michael White, Robert Person. Rob Mercer, Janine Goggins, Cherie, I can't think of Cherie's last name, Cherie's Payne, Tone Burgess. It's so many of us that have, Jeremiah Hicks. We are all coming together to do this tribute. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be $15 at the Vermont Avenue Baptist Church, 11:30 a.m., or you can get your VIP ticket, which is $50 at Vermont Avenue. Thursday night quartet showcase. And I'm just naming the stuff that I know. There's so much other stuff that's happening. And for those of you all who know these events, please post them. It is not too late to register. Registration goes on from here to next Friday. You can go up there and register. Well, I believe you can still register on site, GMWAnational.net. I'm going to post it again. And you can get the ball rolling. All right. Please share this with somebody. If you know of events that I don't know of, that you know other folks are having during GMWA week, whether they are GMWA sponsored events or not, please post them on this site. I want at least 2,000 to 3,000 people. In fact, let me just go and say, I want 3,000 people to watch this by tomorrow. Tickets to the Smallwood Tribute, David, I would say you either come to the Alliance of Gospel Music Professional meeting to purchase your ticket, or you just come to Vermont Avenue on Wednesday, and I believe you can purchase your ticket. But there is a flyer on my page. If you look on my page, you'll see the flyer there, and there should be some information there about what you can, how you can purchase tickets. But all of you all can come to the Kenny Taylor Go-Go Meets Gospel Showcase. Listen, we're gonna show these people from other parts of the world how go-go music works. We're going to show them how to do go-go for the Lord on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. at the Washington Hilton in the Lincoln Room. We're going to be blazing in there. We're going to be bringing the congos. We're going to be pumping up in that place. So don't miss it. It's going to be lit. However, whatever slogan you use at this point, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be awesome. Don't miss it. Choirs are coming all across the country to perform at that event on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. All right. If you are a performer at the Kenny Taylor Showcase and for some reason I don't know who you are, please inbox me so I can make sure I have a proper list of who's performing that night. Come on, y'all. Send me some hearts. Let me know that you received this and that I'm gonna see you at some point during the GMW week. I won't be there every day because Dorothy Norwood tomorrow at 4 p.m. Thank you, Jackie Gills Webb. Dorothy Norwood tomorrow at 4 p.m. at St. Paul Baptist Church in District Heights. Wow, I didn't know she was going to be there tomorrow. You don't want to miss that. Dorothy Norwood tomorrow, 4 p.m. at St. Paul Baptist Church. Please post your event. Listen, the GMWA didn't pay me to do this. I'm just doing it out of my love for the GMWA because of what it did for my life. I can tell you many instances where my career has changed because of just exposure, being allowed to teach music to large groups of people, being allowed to perform, spending money and resources for exposure. It has done a lot for my life. And so therefore, this is my attempt to give back to the GMWA. So I look forward to seeing all of you all. Tag, share, let people know. God bless all of you and have a great, great day.